you had sent me a tweet. I'm going to throw that up on the screen now. Let me get this out of the way. Why don't you give me the short version of what you found interesting about it?
Well,
and then I do have an editorial comment.
You got it. Well, Mark Harris is a well-regarded writer, nonfiction.
Very well-regarded writer.
New York City.
I think I own one of those books.
Yeah, Pictures at a Revolution. Anyway, he's a good follow. He often has little gems. And he's saying that this weekend is very important in terms of movies, maybe not movie history, but short-term movies, in that the two big movies, Barbie and Oppenheimer, have come out, have done very well, and neither of them are sequels. And he said that a surprise hit is often better than a big flop, or it's more disruptive than a big flop, further down the tweet chain there. So that's sort of, he's seeing this as well, I'll put words in his mouth. A new wind is blowing, folks, and everything's going to change. No, he wasn't that over the top.
Yeah,
but I think he's reacting to it as a historian would. So
yeah,
kind of an interesting take anyway. Good follow.
Yeah. Listen, and I'm not totally against this. I'm not saying he's flat out wrong. Although at the end where he's like referring to Tom Brueggemann as an unimpeachably level-headed box office expert, he says so. I was like, come on, man. It's all looking at tea leaves here.
Yeah.
It's like an unimpeachable Wall Street prognosticator. I mean, That said, here's my beef with this kind of view. I think we need to, and it's not like I haven't taken a look at the macro and looked at, comparing box office to population, ticket inflation, all that stuff.
Yeah.
That said, Jim, I really feel strongly that we first have to kind of start, we do have to a degree, start with the movie. We've had some mediocrities this year. The big money ones, a lot of them were mediocre or just plain flops.
Yeah.
And then you have this one data point, Barbenheimer. And this changes everything. And it's like, I don't know. First of all, and he does examine this in his tweet, he does acknowledge Barbie is about a toy, and that Nolan could be called a brand. And then he kind of blows it off. And it's like, I don't know, just like the Transformers. It's a toy. It's a movie about a toy. And Nolan is a brand. He does have a dedicated ticket base that will see his movies. It doesn't matter what it is or what it's about. They're going to go watch. So I don't think these movies are that much of an outlier. What? Nobody's heard of Barbie? Margot Robbie, definitely a draw. But if it was Margot Robbie in a movie where she plays a doll who comes to real life, a la Mannequin from the 80s. Maybe not. Okay, maybe not that thing. Wait, we would not be taught, like, it would not get the money, not get the same pop culture vibe.
Yeah.
It's Barbie. I would argue, though, what we're really seeing here, for this weekend at least, is, we've had some mediocrities. You and I have seen some of them. Where we're saying, well, it's a soft see it, but if you see it at home, who cares? It's not that big a deal. Whereas these two, it's like, there's a bit of pent up demand and they're putting it on this. They're either betting on red or black, or a lot of people betting on both, which has created an interesting pop culture water cooler moment. But to call this one weekend a sign of things to come, it's like, I want to wait a year. I mean, other than, hey, you know what? If you make good movies that are kind of interesting and not quite what we've seen before, that will get people to see the movie. Well, that was new.
Mhm.
Why am I not an unimpeachable prognosticator of success, Jim? Anyway, maybe not a beef, but a cautionary note. What do you think?
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. It's a pretty shallow business, and it's a pretty shallow business model a lot of the times. Things aren't given the chance to really succeed. Well, I'm thinking TV, but for movies, it's that stupid opening weekend. And yeah, there are a dedicated group of people that will go to opening weekend movies. Yeah, so it's that opening weekend thing, and I think that's sort of what he's referring to. Also, I think there's a little aspect of it that these are sort of products of, even though there's a connection, one to history and one to a corporate toy. Is that they're products? They're sort of visionary products, the products of a thinking person's director, and a bit of a swing for the fences. Maybe I haven't seen either yet, but anyway, so yeah, I mean, if you're only going by opening weekend, have at it. But yeah, I think you're telling a truth there as well. That these things, let's watch this all out. And of course, this is all under the cloud of the current strike. It shows no signs of abating
Yeah,
at any time soon. So
yeah,
yeah, we'll see.
um,
That's going to start eating into next year's movie releases as well.
yeah.
So
Speaking of strike,